Hey guys, welcome to the real home learning. I've decided to make a little intro video for you so you can get a feel for where we're going in the next couple of lessons. Might even make a few lesson videos, we'll see. But for now, I just wanted to explain before I send you all of these documents and videos and readings and things, what is the point? What is the purpose of this unit, really, that we're going to do for most of the rest of the year. There's kind of two main units, and the second one will get segued from the end of this video, so you'll understand that. So we're starting by learning about imperialism, right? It's basically this concept we've been looking at in our simulation. You're building empires and confronting each other, and throughout history, but it really takes its boldest form in a lot of ways here in this time period as we get towards the 20th century. In our study of imperialism, we're going to look at some things where, like this, you have conflicts between East and West, particularly between China and the rest of the world, which had been the great world power and suddenly is not so powerful. And we're also going to dig into a couple of key things. So another major topic will be the rise of Japan and the fall of Imperial China and Imperial Russia. So while we're looking at imperialism, it's in a way new imperialism, new imperial powers taking up the mantle of world power, really. For much of history, China was the big global power in the East, and today we see it becoming the global power in the East again. But in this period, it's going to go into decline. The Russian Empire is also going to go into decline. And both of those countries are going to fight and, spoiler alert, lose some rather significant wars that will then lead to communist revolutions in both countries and dramatic change. So we're going to look at the foundation of that as well. Along with that will come the rise of a new power in Asia, and that is Japan. So we'll be looking a bit at what happened. Japan becomes a power before World War I and World War II, such that by World War II they are challenging and going to war with the United States, and how that sort of power vacuum gets created and Japan tries to fill it as they want to build their own empire. Another thing that we'll focus on is America becoming a world power. This is a not historical picture of my favorite president machine gunning a Sasquatch. Teddy Roosevelt never did that. But we will look at how he and other American presidents will really shape the United States as a global power, which is a big jump from where we left off after the Revolution, where they really were insignificant. And just a couple years later, the Canadians and the British will beat them up in the War of 1812. So we're going to look at how, around the turn of the century, the United States also starts crafting a global empire and becomes positioned to be a key player in the world wars. And the last thing mentioned in this video is that all of this is coming together really as a prelude to World War I. World War I. World War II we won't get to this year, I'm sorry. But next year we will. World War I is a prelude to World War II. So basically, that's what we're going to finish with, hopefully. The very end of the term, we'll be studying World War I and all the changes that occurred there. But to get there, I think we need to understand these wars that give context. Again, how did America become a power? How did Japan become a power? Why did France and Germany not like each other very much and want to fight? What happened to Russia's power? Why were they waning by the time of World War I? Why didn't China play much of a role in World War I? All these questions hopefully will come together as we study this series of developments and wars that spring off of the Industrial Revolution. And just to kind of conclude that, I bring up this sort of terrifying picture from World War I, which shows many of the ways that industrialization really did set up that war. Machine guns, gas masks, gas warfare, trench warfare, all of this is going to be the culmination of a number of innovations that we have been looking at and studying throughout this unit. So get ready. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. I hope you'll embrace it. And I hope that you learn a bit and you understand the context. This is a whole new adventure for all of us. So Pay attention to those things. Look for how does technology impact these wars? Are there any trends like nationalism, imperialism, militarism that will come up later in World War I that you see happening already? What is driving these countries to invade each other? Again, why is Japan wanting to invade China and fighting a war with Russia? What is the goal? And how is that going to lead to greater conflict? And finally, how do the conflicts and the ends of those conflicts, especially the treaties, create the instability that's going to lead us to a truly global confrontation? All right. See you guys later. Bye.